Hello everyone, my name is Onno and welcome to this video today. In the video today we're gonna translate a really beautiful design, fashion app design from Ghulam Rasool into a AppGyver app. So come on, let's go. Okay, let's start looking at the app then. So the first thing we want to do is to clean out everything, make everything empty. We do that bit. At the same time, we also, let me save this. This gives us an empty page. And now what we want to do is to make the navigation. So enabled no. And also these no, and we press save. So let's close this. Back to the app. So let's just start. So see, everything is empty now. And now let's start creating the app. So let's do the background. So a couple of things I need to do. Let's just go to the page and let's just create a container. And let's call that container. Let's change the name of it. And let's call that the background. That's the background. We want to make a nice, so you can see now it's just an empty one. So let's just start doing the background. So let's go here. We want to make sure that we stretch out this image all the way to the bottom, so we can do that by dimensions, and then we'll set this one to grow, which you won't see anything here not yet, but because we first need to set the page. So in the page we go to advanced. In advanced we go stretch the background, and at the end we also want to disable the save area. So let's press save, and you can see now. So we got the custom value, that's 0. That one is 0 and 0, and that means that we remove all the we put everything to default, so it fills the complete screen now. So if I look at, you can see now, yes, it's perfectly, the whole screen is now filled. So let's go do the next step. So we fill it up into in there we will have two. One is called the top container. So top container, and in the bottom we have a detail container. Detail container. Save this. So we now have two containers. So let's start with in the top container. The first thing we have is the navigation. So let's take here. Let's put the container in there. Let's call it navigation. Navigation. In the navigation we have two icons, one on the left and one on the right. So let's put in those two icons. 1, 2. One icon of the left is the we'll take that one, and the other one is the okay, so let's find the icon. It's ellipse. So there we go. See them on the top. So let's change the colors. Both I want to make white. The other one also white. White. And let's make it 32. and make the other one, we also make 32. Okay, great. So now we need to align them horizontal. So layout, horizontal. And then we both want to push them outside, gives them all the way to that side. So let's save that one. Next step we want to do is to set the padding for this one. So there we go. Oh, not here. Here. Padding, and that will be then 16, and also 16 on the other side. And the top, let's do before gives us there. So let's save this one. So that's one bit. So that's the navigation done, which are the statistics. So let's create a container under there. What we call statistics. And in the statistics, I have again some container in there. The first one is comments. So it's for comments. In there we have a icon. What is the comments icon? Comments, and then we also have a piece of text. What is the text? I'll put a number in here. I think let's do 3. And this is the title text comments. Both of them like to be white. So that's white, and text also needs to be white. So let's make the text color also white. Gives us white. So let's just see. Let's make the 24, which is good, I think. And then let's change this one to normal. Let's make it a bit more lighter, and let's just change this one to 16, and I think that will probably be a good fit. So that's good. And in the comments container, we want these two. We want them to be nicely aligned. So and also in the middle. That's perfect. So that is 1. Let's do the next one. And those one should be both aligned to that side. So that one we've done. So the next one, the next one is the likes. Likes, container likes. So let's change them all into likes. And the text is how many? We have not many likes. Let's make at least 10 likes. And that is likes too. Okay, let's save that quickly. So now we have the likes in there. Then the last one. This one is the exposures. So let's change that to exposures. Exposures. Let me call exposures. And that one is also exposures. And this one is also title exposures. And then we still need to do before. So we have the icon exposures. So this one is a clock. Just look for a clock. That's a nice clock, so that's the clock. And that one is the likes, so that is a heart. So let's find the heart. That's the heart. So let's save them. Top then a bit more. I like to work in 8, so 40. That's probably still a bit more I need to do, so 48, or even, yeah, that looks better, or even 56 is probably even better. Okay, and then we also need to do the top a bit more. Let's also put this to 42. I think that looks already. I think even more. I think need double it. Is probably 40, 48. Let's save that. Okay, cool. So that bit is done now. The top one here. We have this bit here. So now the next one is the bottom bit. So how do we do that? So there is this box in there, so that's what we call the details. So in there we have this, we call this the details. So this is the details. Under there we have two things. We have, let me go back to show you again. So under there we have the model name, a bit of a description, and under there we then have the a button. So let's do those three things. So first we have is the name. Let's call it model. And in there, two things in there. There we have her title text name, and then we have a second one, which is a description text. So let's first do the top one. Nikita Williams. Let's just start to remove the top bits of those ones. So, and also let's try change the font. So the font is 2836, which is fine. That's correct. And let's make it semi-bold, which is perfect too. Only the color we would like to change to white. So let's change it to white, which is perfect. So that's one bit we've done. Then for the description, okay, let's copy some text in here. And also then change the color and the type of, and the font. So let's make that 12 and a line height from 16, and that will be a normal, and the color will be white. So color will be white. Then the first thing we're gonna do is for this one, I want to make sure that the dimensions, or at least that we set the margins correctly already. So let's set the padding actually is 16, and on the other side also 16. So we have the text. So next step is now, let's set in this one, let's change the background color to white, and then push this back all the way to, like, I think 0.2 is nice, like that. Let's give them a nice round color. So let's take the border and let's make them 25, gives you a nice, like, kind of like border color. So now inside of this one, we would like now to put in some to set the margins also for that one. So actually the padding is probably a better idea. So it's kind of like 24 on that side. That is 8. And to the right we have also 8. And on the top, let's do 16. Let's save that. So we get this, like, yeah. Then the next step in here, we have the container. So let's create that button also. So it's the container button. Let's make that, change the name, container button. So that's the follow button. Let's put it in here, in there. We say, yeah, that's great. So let's set the background of that so we can see it start to, and that is a nice red. So that will be C30F2C. Gives you a nice red color. Perfect. Let's set that button around. Let's go back to the button. Let's make this button not bigger than 150. Give us a button there. And then let's do the rounding already. So let's do here. So the border radius is all 25. So it's the top left, top right, and bottom right. So now we have this nice look. So let's save this now. Then in there, let's put a piece of text. So the text, this is then the follow text. So let's follow there. Let's do the style. Let's make it white again. So that will be then 1624. Make that 1624. Yeah, that looks, I think. And let's go to the top here and set the padding top to 8, which is great. Padding right is 4, and padding left is 16. Okay, great. So that looks nice. Now we have this button. What we want to do with the button is to have this little circle here. So circle is not. Let's create this by not using a image, but let's just make that circle ourselves. So this is going to be the circle. And in there we have a plus. So icon plus, well, the plus, there is plus, so let's go plus here, plus and save, and we want that one to be the plus. I would like to have that color is black, which will be here, is gonna be black. So that's black. Let's put them all onto one line. No, that's that one here. Put them on one line. So we're gonna put them. No, we're gonna want to push them outside to the right, and we also want to put them in the middle. Yeah, so it's nicely over there. Of course, we want to put that one in there, so that makes that one. And let's align these one also correctly. So we need to go. Oh, where are we? That needs to go that one, sorry. And layout and vertical. We push them out to both sides. And push them out a bit more in. And we want to put them in the middle. Okay, great. We put a bit more like that. Yeah, that's even better. Let's save that one. Let's change the circle to the background white. So that is white then. It's not yet a circle yet, as you can see. So let's make it a circle. Make it the border. Make the border of the circle 50. And then now we need to then slowly so let's start here. Let's put the margins in 8, 8, and 8. You can see here we probably need to push it out a bit more to the side, so we can do that one 10 and 10. I think that's a nice circle. It's a bit too big, so I think we need to make this one a bit smaller. Let's put this to 14. Yeah, that's a good kind of. I like the button. The only thing what we do not have yet is the in there. So we have the button. We just need to go in the follow button, and we'll set a couple of margins on each side. So where's the margins here? Do 8 on the top and 8 in the bottom. I think we need a bit more, so let's do a bit more. So let's do 16, and the other side also 16. Oh, I think I'm doing this correctly. Let's do 0, 0. And let's make sure this one 8 and that one 8. I think that's much better. Okay, perfect. So let's have a look how it looks like now in the app. As you can see, it looks quite okay. Okay, so we're almost finished. Just before I finish, I'm gonna do a couple of things. I'm gonna make this one a bit bigger. I'm gonna take a bit of text off because I think it's just too much text. So I'm just gonna take a bit of of text off here. Okay, so that's better. Let me just save it. I think that's better now. I want to create a bit of, I think this one is still a bit too close to each other, so let's just add a bit of space between there. So let's add a margin of 8. Let's save that one. I think that looks good. That looks good. So let's then, the next step is done. What we should do then is to get the thing to the bottom. So let's look at the background, this one here, and then we want to push them out. We'll push them out to the bottom. And then press save. So we'll always be whatever size we have. It will always be sit on the bottom. So I think that looks really, really good. If you found this a valuable video, hit that like button and subscribe for more AppGyver content.